Guys, I'm Chef Michael Hunter with Onyx, and I love spring, not just for the turkey hunting, but everything else you can find in the woods in the spring. I'm standing in this huge ramp patch. I'm in a hardwood forest. You can use your Onyx app to find a hardwood block, and you can actually see these almost from a mile away. They are so bright green, and they're so special to me and a lot of other people. It's because they only grow in the spring for a few weeks, maybe a month, before the leaves turn yellow and they wilt, and they don't come back till next year. So a couple things to note. Wild leeks take 7 years from a seed to go to plant. So if it's your own property, harvest away, but they say you should only take 10% of a patch to ensure that that patch is growing back, or else you decimate the population. So a sustainable way to forage these is to simply cut or rip them at the stem, so you don't take the bulb and they grow back every year. So now there's very similar things out here. There's this right here, which is a trout lily. It's got a yellow flower, but when they're young, they don't have the flower yet. And the main difference is they don't smell like onions where the ramps do. And the leaves are kind of spotted, almost like tiger stripes on them. So this is edible. You can eat it in salads in small quantities. They do have like a sweetness, but they don't taste like an onion at all. So this is called trout lily. They often grow side by side with ramps. Wild onions and wild garlic are all similar. They're all in the same family as ramps. Wild onions and garlic have more of a broader green leaf and little white flowers. So there's none around right now, but just one more thing to look out for. Those are edible. And you do want to research death commas, because death commas are toxic. They, I guess, could be similar to leeks, but there's really no mistaking these ramps because of the white bulb, the onion smell. They will either have red or green stems, but death commas are toxic. They do grow quite a bit taller, and they have white and sort of yellow flowers. So just one thing to note, you want to research that before you start foraging. Never eat anything unless you're 1000% sure you know what you're eating. There's a vast resource of books and information online, but keep an eye out for ramps when you're in the turkey woods this spring. Okay, we're back at home in the kitchen. I've got my ramps soaking in a roasting pan full of water. You can use a wash tub, you can use your sink, you can use whatever you want. But the idea is just to loosen up any dirt or sand that's on the leeks or on the roots. And they're really similar to a green onion. You can just kind of peel back the skin or membrane on the bulb and either snap or trim the root with a little paring knife. And then just set them aside to dry. Any of the leaves that I just snipped and ripped off, just give them a little jostle to loosen any dirt and sand. Shake onto a kitchen towel, let them dry. Ramps can be eaten raw or cooked, and today I'm making a wild turkey and ramp pesto pasta. All right, I've got some leeks washed and dried. Look how beautiful these are. And I'm just gonna slice the bulbs. So I'm gonna put them in the frying pan with the turkey, and I'm gonna use the leaves in a fresh pesto. So just nice slice. I'll chop up some of the red stem until I get to the green leaf. And this white part, which is kind of just like raw onion, will go in the pan with my turkey meat. So I've got some wild turkey tenders that I'm going to remove. There's like a tendon or silver skin in the turkey tender right there, which we're going to remove because it's really tough. I'm going to chop these up and then chop up my greens for the blender. So what I do is I just kind of pin down the tendon with my finger and just run your knife. You see it there, just all along that white strip. Flip it over to the other side. Just push down, you'll just end up with that tough tendon. You can't really do much with this. Some guys use it for like drying and using for arrow fletching for primitive tools, but you throw it in a stock. I've got some turkey bones, I'll probably just throw it into a stock. You can obviously throw it in the garbage. And then we're just gonna chop up the turkey tenders for our pasta. Now this should be enough for sort of 2 to 3 orders. I'm just making enough for dinner tonight. but you can multiply this or use an entire breast if you're cooking for a bunch of people. You could put this in a grinder. I just think a rough chop is fine by me. Luckily, no shot. As far as I can see, no blood damaged meat. So we're good to go. Okay, I'm just gonna rough chop these greens for the pesto. And I may save a pinch just to throw in to the pasta and saute. All right, let's make some pesto. Got our leaves. I'll save that for the pan. Ramp greens, olive oil. Good dose. You want to use a good quality olive oil, product of Italy. Anything else they can add colorants, flavors, different kinds of oil to it. So you want Italian olive oil, extra virgin if you can. Got some lemon. And I'm gonna add some walnuts. You can add any nut you have on hand or like. Pine nuts are sort of the classic with the basil pesto, but this isn't exactly a classic, so feel free. You can use almonds, would be nice. Get some black pepper, big pinch of salt. Big handful, little handful, and then let her rip. So that was fast. You can see bright green, smooth, a little chunky, almost like a salsa verde type texture. That's what we want. Okay, so I've had this pan preheating for a minute. Douse it with a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Got my diced turkey meat. Salt. Some red chili flake. A little heat. Got my chopped ramp bulbs. Don't want to put too much color on here. I'm going to stir it. It's not going to take long. You see most of that meat's halfway cooked. Couple minutes. Got some white wine. Let the wine cook off, deglaze the bottom. Just add a touch of heavy cream. About a quarter cup. All our ramp greens back in. Gemelli pasta, you could use any pasta you like. I just like the twists in this, they hold the sauce nicely. Now I've still got the heat on, I'm in that pasta to absorb that cream sauce. Now we can add our pesto. Lastly, some Parmesan cheese in the pan. Turn off the heat. This smells incredible. Then we can take it to our plate and serve. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to give this a try. Beautiful creamy ramp pesto with wild turkey. Don't think eating gets any better than this. Thanks for joining me on my foraging and cooking journey. Hope you guys enjoy it. See you in the next one.